Hey everybody, the Gaming Guru 51 here, and welcome back to more Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we completely demolished Janine of the Fuchsia City gym. I am definitely sensing a pattern with these Kanto gyms, for sure. In this episode, it is time to head to the east of Fuchsia City and fight a ton of trainers. We got a few routes coming up with a lot of trainers, so let's go ahead and get right on to it. So while we are here on Route 15, we do have 3 new Pokemon we can find here. The first one is going to be Nidorino, the evolved form of Nidoran male. Like I said with its previous evolved form, Nidoking is definitely my favorite. It is the more offensive of the 2 Nidorans. And you could also find Nidorina here, the evolved form of Nidoran female, which is more defensive. They're both really good Pokemon anyways, but I'm definitely more in favor of the hyper offensive than the defensive, so pick whichever one you want, unless you caught a Nidoran earlier, but in that case, you already got a pretty solid Pokemon. Now the third Pokemon is pretty interesting. With a 1% chance, you can find Chansey here. Chansey has one of the best HP stats of any Pokemon to date. I think it's the second highest HP stat of any Pokemon, even to this day, which is insane. It does evolve into Blissey, which is a really good Pokemon. I do believe it evolves by friendship. So if you can make it evolve into Blissey, you got one of the best special walls in the entire series. It's really good. It just doesn't hit at all. Its attack stat is absolute garbage. So don't expect it to do damage. Just use it for defensive purposes, because it is a really good Pokemon for that. Now, Magneton. We got some pretty solid Pokemon coming into a battle here, like this Magneton. We're just going to send out Red Bull just to go for the Earthquake. These levels are still kind of low, which is kind of unfortunate, but hey. Experience is experience, so I'll just take what I can get. Like I said earlier, we got a lot of trainers to fight here. In the original game, or in this case, Fire Red and Leaf Green, we went through this route to get to Lavender Town, which is the ultimate destination of this little mini trip that we're taking. And in that game, there's a ton of trainers here, and I don't think there's any difference between the 2 games here, because I do believe there are a ton of trainers here as well. We will be fighting all of them, of course, because experience is important, of course, to level up our Pokemon, even though these guys are incredibly weak. I mean, look at this Xatu here. It's gonna be, what, level 32? Oh man, what a level to be at. Pretty nice. Except we're just gonna go for the Headbutt. But it is nice, though, because everyone's gonna gain a lot of experience, and in turn, will gain a ton of level ups along the way. So, I am not complaining in the slightest. We just got a lot of battles going on in this episode, that's all. Nothing too crazy here. Ooh, an Alakazam. Well, that could be pretty threatening if we're not careful. Flow is the only one that needs experience, but Alakazam is something I do not want to deal with first with Flowey. We're just gonna, I mean, it is level 34, so theoretically it wouldn't do that much, but it is an Alakazam, and I really wouldn't want to take my chances on it, just in case. I do believe it outspeeds. It's one of the fastest Pokemon in the game, so, I mean, I wonder if that is still true in Gen 2. I do believe it is. But now that we're done with the Alakazam, it is time to switch into Flowey, because we really haven't seen him battle too much. On sunny days, I think that the kids would rather be playing in the schoolyard than studying in class. Oh, you know it. I mean, back in high school, when it was close to the summertime, I remember looking out the windows. I'm like, man, it is so sunny outside, it's beautiful, we can go to the beach, but I'm sitting here in class studying for finals or something like that, which is pretty dumb. But I'm just going to go for the Petal Dance here, because it is an Apom. I don't think we've seen an Apom yet in this game, which is kind of cool to see. Petal Dance should be able to take it out, though, no problem at all. Pretty nice for us. And what is your second and final Pokemon? It is a Cubone, which is easily going to fall to the power of Petal Dance. Pretty cool. I'm really glad I taught Flowey Petal Dance. I know Giga Drain might have been a better move for recovery purposes, but I think Petal Dance is stronger. Yeah, it is. I don't know how strong in this game. I know they buffed it up to, what, 120 in the later gens? I don't know if it's 120 here, or if it's at like 70s something. I don't even remember, actually. But, what does this say? Route 15, Fuchsia City to Lavender Town. That is the ultimate goal here. My favorite class is Gym. Well, I think everybody's favorite class was Gym back in the day. Even to now, I'm thinking, wow, kids still go to school. Like, wow, after I graduated, like, no one else goes to school anymore. That's it, guys. Gosh, I'm dumb. It's also been quite a while since I've graduated high school, too. Man, I graduated, what, 2012? So that would have been 4 years ago? Ooh. Yeah, it would have been 4 years ago, actually. Like, I think either we just passed that mark. That's insane. Good gracious, time flies by real quick. How old was I? 18 at the time? 17? Wow. Now I'm just thinking of pure nostalgia, even though it's only been 4 years ago, which I'm thinking is a long time. But I mean, it kinda is. But I don't even know why I'm getting into this discussion right now. It's not even related to anything at all. But I just think it's kind of interesting to talk about stuff like that. Because, I mean, that's such a long time ago, but it felt just like yesterday. Like, the time has definitely flown past me for sure. I mean, wow, the weeks even nowadays go by pretty quick. Especially after work. When I'm just getting off work and it's already Friday, man, it's already the weekend! And then the weekend flies by really really quick. And then I'm already heading into the next week, which is pretty sweet. Life is pretty fast right now, and it needs to slow its roll. Because I'm gonna miss out on something or just completely pass by a good memory, and I don't know. I really should stop talking and just talk about the game. But I guess that's the whole point of me doing these battles. I mean, it is kind of cool for me just to talk, relax, battle a crap ton of trainers. I don't even know if we'll go through this entire route in this episode. We might have to split it into 2 videos. Which, I mean, I think I did that in Leaf Green as well when it came to this route. I have no idea. Now, Clefairy, I wish you were a fairy type, that way I could hit you with a Sludge Bomb. But you're not. So the Petal Dance is definitely going to be the move of choice here to do the ultimate dams. And let's see, will this do damage enough to knock you out? It should. Really? Okay, well, it doesn't really matter anyway because you missed the double slap, which is kind of unfortunate for you, but for me that is pretty sweet. And we're just gonna gain that pitiful experience. I mean, it is a Clefairy after all. Ka! And Flowey is just gonna be fighting all these trainers until he gets a level up. Because why the heck not, man? Why the heck not? Wow. Now that I'm thinking more about playing through the Kanto region section of Crystal, I remember it being a little bit longer than I expected. We're already at 4 badges in Kanto, which is absolutely insane, because the gym battles have gone so quick that we're just gaining the badges the moment we walk into them, and they're taking about 10 minutes or so per gym battle, per gym section to go through all the trainers, fight the gym leader, and get the badge, which is completely insane. I'm saying that a lot too. Wow, I need to read a freaking thesaurus. That way I can learn words and maybe change my vocabulary up a bit. Because I'm telling you, I'm saying the same things over and over again. And it's not just with one specific phrase or anything like that. I'm changing phrases daily, and I'm saying the same thing. But anyways, this lady has a Victory Bell evolution line, which is kind of cool. The Sludge Bomb is neutral damage, so I'm going to go for that. I think the Petal Dance is ×4 resistant, which is definitely not fun. And the Razor Leaf is coming through. It's probably going to critical because knowing me... Ha! Called that one, didn't I? Holy macaronis. But, what was I talking about? I think I was talking about... Oh, how fast Kanto is going in this game. I'm telling you, it's going to end before I know it, and I'm going to be really upset. Because it flew by so quick and it completely passed right through me, man. You're wickedly tough. I guess so. Alright, Flowey, I think you need a little break from that. And we're going to bring in Cinder now because everyone's at a solid level 46. Pretty sweet. Oh, I need a Pokemon with Cut. Darn it, I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I am back once again, and I do have the Cut HM Slave. So we're going to go this way and see what that item is over here, because that's the only thing that's important. We're going to get this little PP up, which is a really nice item to have. I have a few of those now, which is kind of cool. I wonder if there's a hidden item here. There probably is, but honestly, I'm not really going to care to go for it now. Alright, who's in my lead? Cinder? That should be perfect. Of course, Jinx went back to the PC because she was already level 47. My dream is to fly with my beloved bird Pokemon. Cool, I'm so proud of you and your goals, kid. Keep at them and hopefully they will come true at some point, but you easily could just fly with them. And that's fine. You do have a Fearow, which is probably big enough to hold your body so you can fly, which is kind of cool. Anyways, here we can find one new Pokemon. in the morning and daytime in every game, actually, you can find yourself Skiploom, which completely sucks. At this point, you probably already have a better grass type. It has so many weaknesses being a grass flying type. It's not even worth using. If you haven't already found the team member at this point, just don't even look in its direction. You don't want to get its hopes up to being your next team member and then being sorely disappointed because it learns garbage moves and having really bad stats and so many weaknesses. Don't even bother. And wow, level 35. I could have just used Thunder Punch, but hey, Fire Punch is going to do its job anyway, so who cares? My mind is just all over the place today. And he can dream, but he can just fly. It's not that difficult. Also, we can use Cut here. But I want to go this way, though. Hi, did you know? Pokemon get more friendly if you train them in a place that they remember. Let me think about that for a second. You could just walk around, and they gain happiness that way. If they level up, they gain happiness. If you give them a potion or something, they get happiness. The only way you lose happiness is if you trade the Pokemon away, or if you let them faint in battle. I believe that's how happiness works. But I don't think they remember things. Well, I mean, maybe if you have a solid imagination, but these guys are, I mean, I was gonna say these guys are just a bunch of bits in a video game cartridge. I'm so dumb. Anyways, let's go for the Cut here. Oh, by the way, oh, I already mentioned. Oh, and you want Chansey for an error. Dang, I mean, you can't find Chansey in this grass here, which is kind of cool with a 1% chance. Oh, I was about to say, if I found it there, wow, would have that been cool. Level 26, that's not a, I mean, that is pretty a bad level, but, Aerodactyl is a really solid Pokemon. It's really fast, actually, being a rock flying type. It pretty much hits all the time first if you want it to, and that's all I can really say about it. It hits pretty hard, and it's really good. If you haven't already had a 16 member, it's a pretty good solid choice. It can learn Fly, which is also really nice as well. So there's that for you. Now, I was going to say before, when I interrupted myself, that I was going to be like, oh, there's a team member you can find here. Not a team member, but there's a Pokemon you can find here, and I already talked about it. So what do I talk about now while we're killing a bunch of trainers here? I don't really know, actually. We're getting pretty close to where we need to be. What? Well, not really. We still got a little ways to go. I mean, it didn't take up that much time to fight all these trainers, and you have the 3 starters. Well, my 1 starter is going to come here and destroy all your faces, because I do pack the Thunder Punch. The Thunder Punch! The Thunder Badge! It's like in the anime with Lieutenant Surge. That episode was so dumb, though. Seriously! I remember I went back and watched it a bit before, like a little while ago, like maybe a week or 2 ago, just to kind of get the nostalgia, because if there's any gym battle I remember from the original anime, it was that battle. And their exploit to beating him was that, oh, he evolved Surge. Or Surge evolved his Pikachu too early, so it didn't learn the speedy moves that the Pikachu had, and he took advantage of that. I don't know. So something about that is just really weird to me. But anyways, Route 13, we're continuing on the Onslaught. I should go to Rock Tunnel to get myself an Onix. Yeah, we'll be going there eventually. Not to get an Onix, but just to go through there. Actually, where we're heading, we're actually heading backwards. Wow, that's weird. Anyway, we got a Sand Slash here, level 27, pretty easy. Just the Flame. I guess a Fire Punch is a shorter animation time, and it's stronger. Not like it really matters to a level 27 Sand Slash. Man, I'm never gonna get over that. And then level 47, which is excellent for us. And you got 4 more Pokemon. A Graveler's next coming up. Alright, cool. I could send out Flowey again. I'll go with Bro. Go for Bro. And we'll just destroy them with the Surf and all that stuff. Which seems to be pretty sweet. And it works out just well. I mean, we could also go for the Confusion. That should be enough to knock out a level 29 Graveler. They have, yes, really bad special defense, so I figured that was going to knock it out, and we're almost double its level. Well, yeah, pretty much almost double its level. Alright, so, Gravelers, they suck. They're not that strong at all. Confusion does knock them out, and I think we do outspeed them too, which it wouldn't surprise me if they outsped me, to be honest. Gravelers are pretty slow anyway, so That would be kind of annoying. And, ooh, a Golem. Now, that could potentially be an issue. If it's level 29, then I see no reason to not... Oh, 31, wow. The Ice Punch will be definitely enough. Surf just takes too long to go through, and the Ice Punch will do its job regardless. I'm so glad the Elemental Punches in this game are special attacks. Otherwise, they wouldn't really do that well with our Pokemon. Because most of our Pokemon right now are special attackers. Is there any hidden items around here? I really should check, but I don't have the item finder. Another trainer here. Bow down before my regal Pokemon. Pokemon! I honestly don't even know what regal means. Maybe means strong. That's probably what it means. And ooh, you got yourself a Nidoking. That's pretty sweet. I mean, oh, I forgot to switch leads. Darn. Well, I guess the Fire Punch will have to do. Should be enough to knock out a Nidoking anyways. I mean, like I said, level 29. Repeating myself aside, it is time to move on to a different conversation of topics. And I really don't know what else to talk about. Ooh, a Slowking. I just saw that. Britro's got this for sure. Slowking, that is an interesting Pokemon that I don't think we've seen. If I didn't evolve my Slowpoke into Slowbro, I probably would have evolved it into Slowking. Would have been a cool Pokemon to have in the team, considering Slowking has solid special defenses, while Slowbro has good physical defense. And it has the same base special attacks, I believe, as Slowbro. And yeah, that's confused. You have an item? Oh, you had a berry. Well, that's pretty cool. Not something I expected, but a berry still sucks. It's just cool that you had an item anyway. It's really weird that the developers would even put that in the game. One random trainer with one random Pokemon that has an item on it. Not like any other Pokemon so far we've seen hasn't really had an item to share or to use. So, I don't know. I find that weird too, but hey. I'm just dumb. How dare you mock royalty? You're not really royalty. Anyways, guys, so I think we're coming up on a pretty good place to stop here. We are in, I believe, what, Route 13 here, if I talk to the sign? Yeah, North of Town, west of Fuchsia City. I believe we're in Route 13. There's no hidden item there. But I think that's going to be it for this episode, you guys. Next time on Pokemon Crystal, we're going to be continuing exploring the rest of these routes in order to make it to Lavender Town, in which we will explore it and then move on to another place. I really have no idea. So with that being said, everybody, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time for some more Pokemon Crystal. See you guys then.